As a big guy, there's one thing I know, it's heat. That's why after working all day, I don't want to come home to a hot house. That's why our friends at True North Heating Air are offering a $69 check-in tune on your AC. So head on over to True North Heating and Air and tell them the boys sent you. Let's get back to the show.
Tyler, earlier today, this guy snapped me on the OnTap Snapchat and called you a gay owl.
Is his name Tyler?
I don't know exactly. He said he knew you. I don't remember
Why?
But
if he has the snap,
but he called you a gay owl.
A gay owl?
Yeah.
What a disrespectful term. I've never been called such an atrocious name before. What does that even mean?
So what it means is when I said that, you were supposed to say who. And then I was gonna go,
God.
Gotcha, fucker. But sometimes it doesn't work out. You just got to keep rolling. If we weren't doing a podcast, I would have just pretended I never said it and tried it again later.
All right. Well, I think Sam's amazing joke set up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good start to the episode.
Welcome back to another
laughing.
episode of On Tap, episode 86.
86.
Presented by Unlimited Masonry. If you are in the market for any brick, stone, any masonry work, Sam, what do they all do?
Oh, we do stone, we do chimneys, we do block,
tuck pointing,
everything.
You name it.
I was on job all week. I learned a lot, dude.
Fucking Sam's a big, like, straight up hardworking construction worker guy.
So first of all, I want to say Tyler referred to me as a bricklayer last week. I'm not a bricklayer. I'm not a construction worker. I'm a business manager, so put respect on my name, pal.
I keep fucking with you and been like, what, you tend and block over there?
Dude, you know how them hardo fucking bricklayers are, they'll be like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, that fucker's never laid brick in his life.
Dude, every trade, it's so cutthroat, like just pulling apart everybody else's work, and brickwork is no different at all.
Exactly. So in a lot of trades, like the electricians always get shit on in the brick line of work. Who is like the trade that they shit on? Like concrete guys or what?
He's fresh. You don't even know.
If I had to guess,
he says
I would say that we don't really have beef with anybody because our work is just kind of different. You know, it's a lot of what we do is restoration. So no one's really getting in our way. Yeah. We're not seeing other crews. If I had to pick one, I'd say it's the little painter pussies.
Oh,
I'm gonna say that was a great explanation for knowing absolutely nothing.
Yeah, so I spent about 50 plus hours on the job. I spent about 15 of them in the truck, and I spent about 10 of them running around for materials.
How many smoke breaks you take?
Well, if we're talking left-handed cigarettes, couldn't count it, and I was vaping all day, baby. Hitting that Nick stick.
Unbelievable. Okay. Well, I mean, again, thank you, Unlimited Masonry. We're presented by Unlimited Masonry now. They support us, so you should support them. If you got any work in the pipeline, hit them up. Unlimited Masonry. Tell them the boys sent you.
Absolutely.
Give me a call.
Huge. Mm-hmm. And if you're not getting a chimney made, you can support us by just leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, because I want to push that now.
We'll read them. We'll read them out loud in a couple episodes. We'll get a couple built up.
And that's free.
It's
you don't
free.
have to do nothing.
100% free.
And it helps us a lot.
It does. So behind camera, Sam, or I should say before we started recording, you were talking about Ponzi schemes, or more specifically, pyramid schemes.
Is that the technical term, is Ponzi schemes?
No, so I think Ponzi scheme actually is referring to something, well, I mean, kind of. So you're taking money from someone to give it to someone else. So like, I guess that would kind of be a Ponzi scheme, because like you take money for your entrance into the program, and then you give it to other people for getting other people into it.
Okay, that is disrespectful, because it is a multi-level corporation.
MLM.
Isn't that what they call them? Like, to try to, every time.
Yes.
One thing I love to do is when people post these pyramid scheme shit, like on their Facebooks and stuff, like trying to sell hair products.
Oh,
like, are you in on the pyramid scheme? It's a multi-level corporation. Oh. It is not a pyramid scheme.
Here's the thing too. If you confront someone who's in an MLM and that's the abbreviation. That's how hip I am to the industry. MLM, multi-level marketing. If you confront someone that's in an MLM and say pyramid scheme or even use the word pyramid, they like freak out.
100%.
Have you seen the episode of The Office where they're talking about their like Michael's pyramid scheme that he's trying to do?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so you take one person and then you recruit 2 other people and then they recruit 2 people, and he like draws it out. He's like, Michael, that's literally a pyramid. He's like, no. It's just like he's under me and he's under him. And then they go up and like draw a triangle on the board and like, this is a pyramid. So like, what is your guys' thoughts on like on pyramid schemes
Honestly,
or MLM?
So like there's the different versions of it. There's the white girl that didn't go to college and then all of a sudden she's a small business owner. You know, she's making all the posts like, support my small business.
Sam, you're going to get canceled.
I'm so excited for this.
What?
Because I want these people to hit you up. Please do. I know we have people that listen that are in these MLMs, and I want you to hit us up, and I want you to tell us how we're wrong and how they're great companies.
I'm just saying, I have nothing against the hustle, but if you're fucking selling a shitty-ass product and your whole goal is to get other people to sign up, you're obviously in a pyramid scheme. And if you can't see it, you're just in denial. Like, I'm not even shitting on it. It's facts.
I guess. I mean, here's the thing, and I have to admit right now, before we get too deep into this, I 100% got suckered into one of the biggest ones, Amway. That was like, I literally was at this mentor's house, right?
Damn, you got that far into it?
Yes.
Dude, he got all the products and everything.
Oh, yeah. I like even made my first order for like all the shit. And I was like, dude, this sounds like something incredible. Like, I know so many people. I could just literally be selling energy drinks that I like to everyone that also would like them. And instead of friggin' Coca-Cola getting the money, I would get a portion of it, you know? In my head, it was like, this is dynamite.
Yeah.
But then I realized after a bunch of people, my dad included, he's like, hey, here's the thing. This is a dicey road, you know?
Yeah.
There is some people who make a lot of money doing this, but it's like literally 1% of everyone that does it actually makes something worth anything.
And the people that do, I mean, for the most part, they're just taking advantage of vulnerable people.
Of friends,
You
though,
think
too.
so?
I feel like the only way you can be successful even if you fucking say Tupperware or
Right.
Pure Romance or, Monet and stuff is you have to exploit your friends.
Really?
The only way you're going to make money is by getting your friends to buy it.
I think
it's not like you're out here with a billboard getting random people around town.
Right.
You're trying to get your friends to do it.
So for me, I think it's all in how you package it too. Because I'm thinking like in the beginning, I was like, hey, I'm going to do this with exact opposite intentions of everyone else. Like, I'm not going to trick anyone into this.
Yeah.
I'm literally just going to get everyone on board with the few couple things in here that I actually like.
You're brainwashed.
Exactly. Well, that's the thing. They had me read all these books too, like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, like all these like really good business books. So like at the time, I'm like, this is sweet. Like this is really entrepreneurial, you know, whatever. And so long story short, it was, oh shit, we're actually coming up on, it would have been 2015, exactly Memorial Monday. It was Memorial Day. So it was exactly, what would that be, 8 years ago from right now that I like canceled it, right?
Dude, because I remember that day. I was at the skate park.
Yes.
You came late over in Grand Forks. You came late because you met with this guy in the morning. We got blasted hammered the night before. You woke up super hungover, went to this mentor's place, signed all this paperwork.
Yep.
And I remember, you rolled up to the skate park, popped your trunk with like these energy drinks, and like it's just like setting in on you. You're like, oh my God, I can't fucking do this. I know.
And everyone was giving me shit. Everyone's like, oh, you're doing that shit? I'm like, oh, you've heard of it? And they're like, oh, yeah, dude. Like, they suck everyone into this thing. It sucks.
So you hadn't like told your friends about it before you were actually signed up and had the product?
Telling me about it.
No, I did. I was totally open about it. I didn't care. Like, I genuinely thought it was a good
So
opportunity.
do you remember the exact moment where you were like head down, like you knew you were fucked?
Yes. Let me paint a picture for you here. Okay. I pull up to this guy's house, let's say like 8 a.m. Memorial morning, and I was extremely hungover, right?
Yeah.
And I pull into this guy's driveway, and it's this massive mega mansion, and it was all brick. And I was like, holy, this is a nice place. And so this guy is like one of the top ones in North Dakota.
Yeah.
I don't want to mention him on here. I don't
He's
want
the
any
top.
legal
He's the top of
repercussions.
the pyramid.
He is extremely high up, right? He's like traveling around the world to like give speeches and shit. So I'm like, I'm in with the right guy. I'm up high enough where some people maybe under him, maybe will go under me. I don't know how this works quite yet. So like, I go to this guy's house at 8 a.m. and I pull up and he's got this like bright yellow Hummer H1.
Oh my God.
Like an
What a
antique. And I was like, this thing's sweet. And then I go in his garage because he opens up his garage. He's like, hey, Cody, how's it going? He's just like in his gym clothes because the dude works out like 10 hours a day or whatever.
He's trying to show off his lifestyle to you is what he's trying to do.
Yes, absolutely.
He's sucking you into his house to see this is what you could get if you sell energy drinks.
Absolutely.
Like me.
Absolutely. So I pull up and he walks me into his garage. I see this beautiful white brand new G-Wagon, Mercedes G-Wagon,
Damn.
which is what, $120,000
Yeah.
vehicle? You know,
At
I was
least.
like, damn, this guy's got it. Like, I want this. And then the house almost, looking back at it, almost looked like a show house, right? Like out of a catalog. And I think they bring people to this place.
100%.
Because it was like way too clean. It almost looked unlived in.
Like it was staged.
It did seriously look staged because of how nice it was. And like the garage had nothing in it other than these books that he would give me. Because like he'd open the drawers in his like shop bench and it was just a shit ton of these books. And he's like, here, you take this, you read this, whatever. We'll talk about this next week. So anyways, he sits me down and shows me this binder. Like, let's say like one of them binders you would put Pokemon cards in, but it was just laminated sheets and it was just checks that he's cashed from Amway. And it was like 20,000, 50,000, 15,000, 5,000, all these, and they're all like pretty close together. So he's like, hey, here's what you can make, you know, like if you want to grind hard, you can do this. I'm like, holy shit. So at this point I'm in. I'm like, okay, this is sweet. I want a G-Wagon. I want a friggin' super nice Hummer, you know, whatever. So we go to his office, which is like this super elaborate library, like straight out of The Godfather. I walk in, there's just thousands of books everywhere.
In the same house?
In the same house. And I pull up to this like super nice oak desk and like executive style in the middle of the room. And there's like an ashtray with like a half-burnt cigar in it. I'm like, dude, this guy's got it. This is the guy. This is the guy. How could I have lucked out so bad, you know? And we sit down, we sign up, and it was like $180. And at the time, $180 is a lot. You know, I'm like fresh out of high school. So I'm thinking like, ooh, this is a lot of beer money here. You know, this is like 4 times of me donating plasma. You know what? All right, screw it. I'll do it because I can make my money back really fast. And then like literally as soon as he hit submit. So the day at the skate park was actually right before. It was the day before. So I decided in my head that I wasn't going to do it. So I came into this like trying to tell him I didn't want to do it, but he kind of like suckered me back into it. And as soon as he hit submit, it was on Memorial Day, I remember. It was like, boom, you've been processed, your order shipped out, whatever. And I was like, cancel it. I don't want it. And he's like, what? What do you mean? And I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'm out. Just refund it. I don't want to do it. And he gets really pissed. And I was like, I'm sorry. I want to think about it just for a little bit longer. And the dude just actually was like really upset. So he's like trying to do the refund, but because it was Memorial Day, he couldn't do the refund because there was no one like at the office or whatever.
Yeah.
And the dude just like lost his shit and was like kind of yelling at me in this house. And then I ended up just leaving, but I was like, shit. So he had to call customer service and then cancel it, refund my card. And the dude was just like sitting there yelling at me.
And you're just like, a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah. I was actually 18. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I don't want to do it. I just cancel it.
That's what pisses me off about these sick bastards. Because my experience with Ponzi schemes or pyramid schemes is very similar. I went to University of Bemidji or Bemidji State. I don't know why I tried to make it sound better than it was. So at Bemidji State my freshman year, Amway just fucking, dude, they were hitting everybody.
Yeah.
And right away, they got one of my close friends in the dorms to sign up. So as soon as they got one person that I associated with every day, he would give them our names And then that guy would
Yes.
call us on his own.
And reach out. Yeah.
Fucking Cody used to do the same shit to all of us.
No.
Yes,
I
yes.
did not do that for this
How
Amway
many-
thing.
How many fucking financial advisors have called us because you gave that your close friends
I bet
numbers
he did, bro.
Okay,
I bet
that's
he did
different.
because
That's
I
different.
know. I fucking know, dude.
That's
'Cause
different.
I got
Piss
calls.
me off, dude.
Dude, I was getting calls for years, and like to the point where I didn't even go to Bemidji State. I lived in Stillwater, like 4 hours away, and I'd have a guy call me. He'd be like, "Hey, I got your name from blah blah blah, and I'd like to set a meeting up with you." And at this point, it was already wide open that it was a Ponzi scheme, and I wasn't having it, but I'll never miss an opportunity to fuck with a dude. So I'd set up appointments. I'd set up calls. He'd be like, all right, so we're going to meet here in Minneapolis at 5 p.m. You sure you're going to be there? I'm like, yes, sir. I'll be there right after work. I'm real excited to get into this. This could be the best opportunity in my life. I do. So like you said about them being mean, I would miss the call or I would miss the meetings, and then they would blow my phone up like, you fucking piece of shit, wasting my time. Fucking, their true colors would really come up. But like we were talking with you, all they're trying to do is coerce you into signing up. As soon as you sign up, they don't give a shit what you do.
Right. So I actually had a guy reach out to me that I went to college with, and he sent me this big long message about like how, you know, he was just reaching out to connect, see how I was doing, hadn't talked to me since high school. And right away I'm like, dude, we didn't even go to high school together. We went to college together, and I had one class with you. We didn't even talk.
Yeah, he's
we
just
actually
laying it
hated
on.
each other. Like we got stuck in a group project, and we like kind of beefed the whole time. And the dude was just like trying to be super nice, and I'm like, right away, I already know this dude is a part of something. Sure as shit, he's part of Amway, trying to get me involved in it. So I flipped the script.
Yes.
And I started trying to convince this guy to be a part of my MLM because he hadn't gone out and said what it was right
Yeah.
away. So it's like, I'm a small business owner. I really like to make my own money, and if you want to, you can too. I can show you how.
Do you like to work from home? Make thousands of dollars sitting on your phone?
Yeah, exactly. So I flipped the script and I was like, hey, dude, here's the thing. I actually been selling these exotic geckos. What we do is we go down to South America, we steal these things, and we smuggle them across the border, and we sell them because these guys down south, they don't know what they got. I buy them for pennies on the dollar, and I come up in here and sell them for an absolute premium. And I'm just like trying to get, I'll show you the text chain here after we're done today. But dude, it is hilarious.
I mean, and even if they're good enough after we look them, maybe we can post them up or something. Because I was with Cody this night. It was a pool league night, on like a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And it was the funniest thing I've ever fucking read. Like, you were just killing it, laid it on thick, and this guy starts being like, I don't know, man. That sounds pretty sketchy. I don't know. I don't know if you should be doing that.
He goes like, if you use these sales tactics, you'll never get anyone. And I'm like, dude, I got thousands of people underneath me, and they have thousands underneath them. They're like, I've been killing it. If you want to make some real money, you let me know. Dude was just pissed.
Be like, buddy, I grossed $1 million last month. Let me see your pay stubs.
How many energy drinks you selling, buddy?
Jeez, dude.
Come get some real money.
What's really cool about it is that like you going into that house and stuff, it's literally organized crime. It's white collar crime.
Yeah.
It's, you know, these pyramid schemes and stuff like that. It's organized crime, and it's wild how it operates and stuff. It's like next level shit.
Especially when you get older and realize, like, because, you know, they make you feel special. Like, I really see something in you. I think you could be great. And then you get older and you're like, my 18-year-old self was a fucking jackass.
Right.
You know, there's a reason he picked me. He thought I was dumb as fuck.
Yeah.
He thought he had an easy one.
They go after like the impressionable youth. You know, you're at a time where you can legally make all your own decisions, but you like don't know what the hell is going on.
And if you think about it, though, like you said, because I think it was $180 when I was trying to get into it too. $180 is pretty manageable to anybody. So if like a kid at 18, like you said, I would have never wanted to put 180 because that's like 6 cases of Busch Light. But I could do it. I could have swung it. So that's what they're just trying to trick you into doing it at least once.
That's the thing. I mean, and it's so easy to fall for it because like they feed you with all these like sales tactics that are incredibly effective.
They know what they're doing.
It's
business,
like
man.
it's like guided what's the word I'm trying to think of? Guided hypnotization, basically. I don't think that's a word.
No,
That
keep
doesn't
going
sound
with
right.
it.
Hypnotization.
Keep going.
So like
Struggle.
they're just like teaching you how to think. They're like manipulating the way that you see this company and them, and then make you think like, well, why would I not do this? You know what I mean? It just is like so weird.
Try to make you feel dumb if you don't do it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Or like you're missing out on the opportunity of a lifetime. And they make it so like you have to do this now. You have to make this decision right now.
It's just like spam callers. Like, you know, they'll just be like, because I actually just watched this YouTube video about it where this guy, like, his job is like to fuck with spam callers, and he hacks their cameras and stuff.
I've seen.
I know
Mark Rober, actually.
Yes.
So he made an awesome video where he sent like this glitter bomb with fart spray, and they broke into their cameras and started fucking with them, and it was hilarious as fuck. But he showed a couple example calls to like, it was basically like, let me show you this so you don't feel bad for these people when we fuck with them. And what they would do to these old people or just vulnerable people is horrible.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And these pyramid schemes are essentially the same shit, except it's not technically illegal.
Yeah. Right. Well, we know a few older people that have been scammed by this and lost a very large amount of money.
Very large amount of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
It's kind of fucked up.
It's very sickening.
And that's the thing. Some of these MLMs kind of target these people who don't have a network of close friends and family. So like they're ruining their whole, like image because like they could have been like a fringe guy, like someone would sometimes hang out with you, and now you just have literally no friends because you keep bothering them about
now
this.
you're the weird dude that's obsessed with this pyramid scheme.
Exactly. Like you don't have any like personal circle, and imagine what that has done to some people.
Dude, and what bothers me is you go on Facebook and we know a couple people that are in this stuff, and they're always commenting on all these people's posts. And I'm like, you don't even know who these people are. How do you guys know each other? And they'll just be like, they'll be hyping up this other person to try to open that line of communication, and then they slide in the DMs. It's like it's crazy,
dude.
Business.
What's nuts is like it seems like for some reason beauty products is a huge one. Like there's a lot of those, and I can't tell you how much Taylor gets DM'd on Instagram, especially, and it'll say like, hey, I love your content. Would you be interested in just trying this or whatever? Or those posts, I'm looking for 5 beautiful babes to test out this wonderful new product. And it's just like, it's kind of just copy paste so much that we just like, everyone has caught on to it now where it just like, does that work? Is that profitable anymore?
No, it's like, I know my car's extended warranty is not almost up. Like, they should have gave up that bit fucking years ago.
Right. Like,
honestly, though, dude, you're so right. How have they not dropped that?
Well, that's the thing. First off, car dealerships don't even call them warranties anymore for the most part. And, like, your extended warranty is like, okay.
What a vague
First off,
topic.
I never even bought that shit. So, like, you can't even tell me what car I have.
No.
Like, what?
Dude, imagine the guy that's like, holy shit. Are you serious? It's like right now it's done. Like whatever you need, I'll get whatever you need.
Yes.
Social Security, I got it right here.
So my grandma actually got a scam call not that long ago, and I know a few people have literally got the exact same call. My grandma called my mom, who called me, was like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah. Why?" Your grandma just called me and said that you were in jail and that you needed money to get bailed out.
Oh.
And I know for sure other people that have gotten the same thing.
Damn,
and
I never
fallen
heard
for
that one.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, cash.
See, because that fucks with your mind right away. Because then your grandma immediately goes to, oh my God, poor Cody. Like, why is he in jail? What's going on? And then she doesn't even care about the money. The money's the second thought. Exactly. It's about saving you.
Yes. Exactly.
Damn, that's fucking brutal, bro.
Yeah, it's fucking deep.
And here's the thing. In a lot of these MLMs, they're like big health nuts too. So like they're not fun people to go out and drink with either, So like if you, I mean, I'm not saying they're bad. Again, you can make a lot of money in these things, and it's proven. I mean, obviously we've all seen people
by
that
ruining
do very
innocent
well.
people's lives.
Well, that's part of it, but I mean, you can do very well. So I mean, if you're going to do it, at least do it good. But at the same time, realize your personal network is going to be probably destroyed.
Yeah. Pretty much the bottom line to it is that if you want to start a business and stuff, and if you want to push something, be passionate about it. Like make sure that you're 100% behind this product and this is what you want. And that's what I've discovered already in the first 20 minutes of this episode, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm wearing a new rig over here. And I'm getting behind this.
What is
hardcore.
it? Explain it for the audio only guys.
Well, these are the Muff Waiters spenders.
And girls.
Okay, for the guys and girls, Muff Waiter spenders. They're just suspenders here. You clip them on your pants and stuff. They hold 3 beers here. I got 2 beers on deck. I already ripped through one of them here. I had to do a reload on this can koozie. But this can koozie's got magnets on it. Freaking hooks up to it. This is huge. I mean, I'll just put it at that.
Unbelievable. And what's up with the second pocket over here? What's that tiny little thing for?
Oh, this is for your loon. Holds your Nick close by. You don't even have to.
Damn.
You don't even have to.
You get a nice
pull it
little
out.
koozie right there too,
Yep.
or what do we got?
Insulated pockets. So the boys at Muff Waiters, we got a little bit of a deal going with them actually, and you too can get your own pair if you go to muffwaiters.com.
And I'll say, are these even available yet?
I think they are. Yeah.
So the style I'm wearing here is their 4th of July style. They just came out. They sent us a couple fresh pairs right off the
they're unbelievable.
The sewing machine, and they are incredible.
Right out of China.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No.
China.
And it's actually,
Oh.
I was extremely impressed with the quality of these things.
I like 'em.
The clips on them is like
Hardcore.
real durable metal.
Yeah.
Like these are better than any suspenders I've ever had.
I've had some cheap
I
suspenders
got a
from
pair.
Walmart. A break of the clips
We got
all
2
the
pair
time.
from the boys. They sent it over. If you want to get a pair, you can go to muffwaiters.com and use code ONTAP, all capital letters, all one word, for 10% off your order. So,
Doesn't get any better than that.
I mean, you got a great
That's a
product. You
deal
might
if
as well
you
get a
ask
great
me.
price. You
And
know
if
what
you're
I'm saying?
interested in this, if you get one person, I'll get you to sell them. And then if you get one person to sell them, we can do multi-levels and make more money.
Yeah, so here's the thing. If you use our code and then get someone else to use our code, we'll give you a little bit of money back from that. But you got to pay us to get in on the deal. And yeah, and it's not a pyramid scheme. That's the main part. that's the most important part. No, we're not going to do the extra stuff. But seriously, this stuff is good quality and they support us. So again, you should support them also. If you're going to buy suspenders, it might as well be these badass
might
ones.
as well. I'm honestly really excited. I haven't got out on the golf course with them yet, but these are
Yes.
going to be phenomenal on the golf course.
Absolutely. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
And did I even specify the magnetic freaking can koozie?
You did mention that.
Oh, incredible!
But mention it
blown
again.
away.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's
Magnetic can
absolutely
koozie
amazing.
that magnetizes to the bottle opener that is built in. I gotta break them in a little bit. It's kinda,
They're fresh out the pack.
freaking bottle opener, dude. Open your can of beer. Perfect.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely unbelievable.
So yeah, that's that. That's my rant.
all right. Well, what do you guys think about maybe take a little bathroom break?
Yeah.
I think that's a phenomenal idea.
Tyler, what's your 3 favorite things to do on a Friday night?
Oh, that's easy. For sure, it's going to a place that has cheap drinks, cheap food, and extremely mediocre karaoke.
That's actually crazy because today's episode is brought to you by the American Legion in Pine City, Minnesota. They got karaoke every Friday.
Now let's get back to the show.
Holy smokes. All right, so we were talking off air. It is episode 86 today, and have any of us on the panel been 86th before? It's been a big
And
thing.
now by 86, for people that don't know, means what?
86 in the bar world, I mean, you'd know more than me, but I believe that is you're kicked out for life.
So I thought 86 was just like, you're out of here right
Just
now.
for the night?
You're out of here right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like you're just getting kicked out right now. But you can't, I mean, I would imagine, obviously, you can get 86 for life.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever been 86 for life from any place?
For life, no. Couple 15-day stints at the Grand Casino.
Oh, that's
No
right.
way.
Yes,
Yeah.
we got blacklisted for 2 weeks from Grand Casino Hinckley.
yeah, multiple times.
Were you guys
Yeah.
underage or were you of age?
Underage drinking the first time we got kicked out of there for 2 weeks, and then I got kicked out of their bar twice. The Stories, no, Rival House. The night they opened, I got fucking kicked out of there. Got that
that's
getting
right.
arrested video. That was sweet.
We did like a fake Tyler getting arrested video because the cops came up and was like, I really like your hat. I'm like, I got a whole sleeve of them in my car. I'll give you guys both of them if you pretend to arrest my friend. And they're like, all right, we're in.
Dude, it was hilarious. My mom was freaking the fuck out. I learned after that situation that I need to tell my mom every time I
Yeah,
get
you gotta
fake
tip
arrested.
her off.
Because then I did it again like a couple weeks later. I was just riding around in the back of the cop car taking Snapchats.
I put on Snapchat Tyler in handcuffs and it says he stole a whole rotisserie chicken.
yeah, because it was that Quick Trip.
It was
where
a
they
Quick
picked
Trip,
me
yeah.
up.
Yeah. Oh
yeah,
my
they
God.
gave me, that was actually really cool. You know, talk about protect and serve. I was a couple miles away from the hotel. We didn't have room in the vehicle, and I was walking. And he's like, oh, well, I'll give you a ride. Like 2 a.m.
Unbelievable.
Fucking blasted at Quick Trip.
Did he make you sit in the back?
Yeah.
Or-
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
and like,
So he
like-
wouldn't let you ride shoddy?
No, he's like, you got to still sit in back.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny.
It was fun though.
Was it comfortable?
Fuck no, dude. You try being 6'7", being in any sort of police car. It does not work.
All right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I've only been cut off at the bar one time in my entire life.
I don't think I've ever
Which
been
is
cut
only
off.
2 years, but it's only been one time.
Have you ever been kicked up? Fights or anything?
Every time there's been fights at the bar that I haven't been directly involved in, but my group has, we never got kicked out.
You guys just kind of leave? Or you'd stay?
Sometimes you leave, sometimes the other group leaves.
Yeah.
Honestly, all the fights that I've seen at the bars have been in Wisconsin. I've never seen one in Minnesota at the bars I've been at. But in Wisconsin, like, fighting is just like something that like they expect. You just pretend it didn't happen.
Right.
Everyone goes
Yeah,
their separate
pretty
ways.
much. Yeah, you forget about it.
Wow. Okay, that's a lot less eventful than I thought you were going to go with that. Honestly, I thought you would have been kicked out of some places before.
Yeah,
Kinda lame.
see,
Kinda
here's
let
the
down here.
thing. I'm an expert at testing my limits. I'm so good at getting to the limit and then knowing exactly when to stop.
Dude.
So
Well,
I just
That's the thing. I mean, a lot of these guys, yourself included, are very good about skirting the gray area. If you know you're about to get in trouble, you just stop doing whatever you're doing.
or you
Switch
just
to a
disappear,
different bit.
or you're gone.
Right.
Go to
right.
the next bar.
As soon as I feel the heat, ooh, deuces.
Only time I've ever been kicked out of a bar was also the only bar fight I've ever been in.
Oh, you got kicked out on your fight?
Yeah, basically she's like, the bartender was like, everyone out. Like kicked everyone in the whole bar out because it was like one of our friends' birthdays. It was one of our friends' 21st birthdays or something. We were out on a big party bus. I get into kind of a kerfuffle with a guy.
kerfuffle over in Harris.
Yep.
Stark.
Yep. I remember this guy in the bathroom was chirping me, and I was just the right amount of drunk where I was like, you know what? I'm not going to take it. And so he was walking out of the bathroom, and I like said something to him, and he just completely ignored me.
Wait, so did he talk shit to you first?
Yes.
Wait, what did he say to you?
He goes, I'm literally at the urinal. I'm standing there, and he goes, you ain't from around here, are you?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I knew this story.
Did I already tell this on here?
No, but you
Okay.
told me.
Okay, so I was like, okay, that's weird. I just ignored it. And then he comes up to the urinal right next to me. There's like 3 urinals. Comes up right next to me and goes, you one of them city boys. I can tell. And I'm just like, what? I was born and raised in Pine City. I'm like 10 minutes from my hometown right now.
Yeah.
And then the dude just whatever. He just mumbles something under his breath, washes his hands, and he's walking out. And then I go up to him. I'm like, you know what? I'm not even gonna take this. So I like touch his shoulder, and I was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? And he turns around and full on just shoves me, and I just fly straight to my back in the bar, right? In the
just
bar,
got laid out.
I just get laid out, and I'm just like, okay. And by the time I'm up, we were with a big group of people. All of our friends are in a big kerfuffle with all of his
were
friends,
rowdy.
and everyone was rowdy.
You were there?
Yeah, it was a
Damn.
party. It was a party.
So
bus.
when you saw your boy fucking stand up for himself, throw some hands, were you pretty proud of him?
Well, I was actually kind of, I was pumped. I was hoping we'd get in a brawl so I can maybe throw a couple cheap shots at Cody without him knowing.
Good idea.
Here's the thing. Also, I did not swing one time. I literally touched this guy's shoulder. It may have been a slight push of some sort, but there's no equivalent of what he turned around and just absolutely shoved me to the ground. I looked like a total bitch in front of everyone. And then I was just like, I get up and I'm like, well, there's no chance I'm even getting involved in this. So I just like walked straight out. Like I just
After you
left
just
because
started a fight.
the bartender was literally sitting there like, everyone out. They're freaking out. Bartender jump over the bar, try to break everyone up. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna get kicked out. So I go to leave, and I'm like, see someone getting on the bus that we were getting in because it was right outside the door, and I'm like, that dude's a pussy. And he had also left right away because he saw this thing break out. He was standing right at the door, and I didn't see him. And I walk out and I'm like, this dude's a pussy. And he is standing 2 feet from me. And he's like, a lot taller than me, at least a foot or two. He's looking down on me. He's like, what am I? And I'm just like, oh shit. I'm like, fuck it. It's him or me. Boom. I just laid one right on him.
Fight.
I just laid one on him, and I was like fully expecting to get my ass kicked. but our buddy Brody was right behind him and put him in a headlock and brought him to the ground right away. So
You
I
were
didn't
like,
even get hit.
bless the fucking
I was like,
Lord.
dang, that was kind of cool. Yeah.
That same night, one of our buddies was puking behind the party bus. He's puking, and this guy was walking out of the bar, just kind of harmless. Okay, like we were set up for failure that night. we were so ripped, and this guy's like, oh damn, call this guy an ambulance. And our buddy from puking, he's like, "You're gonna have to call you an ambulance when I kick your ass."
We're getting rowdy. Only
Dude.
bar fight I've ever been in. Only time I've ever been kicked out.
So I've
That's
actually
it.
I've got a similar story to that. It's not myself, but I was right there for it. My buddy Scrat, and those of you that know
roommate.
Scrat, yeah, my roommate Scrat. Those of you that know Scrat, the story is gonna
your
make.
landlord.
He is. That's so embarrassing to hear out loud. That honestly hurt my feelings the way he said it. But anyways,
Yeah, go ahead.
so Scrat, if you don't know him, he is a short person. He's not a little person. He's just a short king. And we're actually at our local bar, the Cricket. And he goes into the bathroom, and some guy walked in after him. Didn't think anything of it. I'm sitting in a spot where I can see the bathroom. I see a guy walk out, and he's got his hand on his nose. I'm like, what the fuck? My buddy Scrat walks up to me. He's like, dude, I just punched someone in the bathroom. I'm like, no, you fucking didn't. He's like, didn't you see that guy walk out? I was like, oh, fuck, I actually did. He's like, yeah, I was standing there taking a piss. He walks up to me and goes, huh, you're a short little fuck, aren't you? He Scrat said mid-piss. He looks over, punches him in the face. The guy whipped out his cock but hadn't started pissing yet. He fucking zips her back up, just walks out and leaves the bar.
Really?
For the fucking night. Scrat, he's like, yeah, I just finished my piss. I thought it was going to go a lot worse. And the guy just left.
Guy probably understood, hey, I probably shouldn't have said that. I pissed him off.
I think he is one of those guys that's like, yeah, I'm feeling like a piece of shit today, so I'm going to say something mean to someone.
Yeah.
And that person challenged him, and he was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, they don't expect to get pushback on that.
Because, dude, I'll tell you what, short kings do not like you to point
they
that
got
out
nothing to
them.
lose. Nothing to lose.
Would I qualify as a short king? Am I like
tall are you?
Somewhere between 5'8", 5'10".
I think if you're 5'8", you're a short king. If you're 5'10", you're not.
Yeah.
5'9's in that middle ground. It's
Because 6 foot's considered tall, and you're only 2 inches from that.
5'8's pretty fucking short though.
But I mean, 2 inches. We're
Yeah.
talking.
We're talking a
Yeah,
lot.
I suppose.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So that's the only time. And Scrat didn't even get 86'd.
No one even knew
about
dude.
it.
That guy just fucking dipped.
He hit a sneaky
He didn't
lick.
want the smoke.
He hit a devious lick in the
He
bathroom.
did, bro. So since you brought up devious lick, I'm so pissed that shit wasn't a thing when I was in high school.
I know.
Stealing
'Cause we
shit?
could have pulled some real devious licks at the school.
They had way less security measures when we were in school.
The problem is that the video cameras and stuff, all the shit's recorded. and-
Exactly. It makes it 10 times more devious when you sneak out with a defibrillator in front of the cameras.
Dude.
I was getting jealous. I'd be watching TikTok and I'd be like, "Fuck, I could have done better than that."
Yeah. Cody
So
went
for the people that don't know, devious lick was like a big trend on TikTok where people were just stealing things that they shouldn't, like especially from schools. It was like a kind of like a high school kid thing.
just random shit that would just make life
Fire
a
extinguishers,
little bit more harder for teachers and stuff. Just
rolls of paper
Yes.
towels,
Yeah.
just dumb as shit.
My little brother was saying that at his school there was a person that actually stole a defibrillator off of the wall.
Dude, that's so baller. I wish, I would like to tell that kid that, thank you for doing something badass like that.
yeah, that is pretty baller.
Did you guys have a senior prank when you were in high school?
No, dude, when I was a senior, they basically told us that if we tried to do any senior prank, we had to go finish school with the rest of the kids, which was probably a bluff, but we weren't willing to test it.
Yeah, dude, that's the problem. They're all bluffing. It's all power hungry shit. I mean, I've talked shit about teachers on here before, but yeah, I mean, I love. I'm on TikTok and I just love I just seen one where these seniors had an old oven.
Yes.
and they filled it with cement and put it in the middle of like their
That's
their
baller.
like plaza thing.
So it's just like ridiculously heavy or what?
Insane.
Yeah, the groundskeeper was out there with a tractor with a loader bucket, like your dad would have, like the Kubota, like a regular utility tractor, trying to pick up this thing, and the tractor's lifting up. It's that much weight.
Dang.
The tractor couldn't pick up the fucking oven full of concrete. Oh. It was hilarious, dude. And then there was a bad parking day prank. That was fucking good.
Okay.
Because the whole parking lot's just fucked up. Everyone's parking randomly as shit.
That's a good prank. That's a good harmless prank.
It's harmless and it's funny, and it just makes life inconvenient.
We were told that if we did a prank that we were not going to graduate. Like our whole class was going to be responsible for one person doing a prank. So every
that's
person,
that's the same fucking bullshit they fed us.
They know what works and they stick to the algorithm.
They're like, hey, no one is getting a diploma if there's any pranks going on. Whatever.
What's the definition of a prank?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, we didn't necessarily do any big jobs, but we would like we put a condom on our English teacher's mouse. And so like he went to go like touch it and it was like all slippery, you know. He was pretty pissed about that. But nothing crazy.
Was it like an older teacher?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so he probably was even retired when I.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
A couple years after us, he retired.
Yeah. So I mean, he was fed up with it. We just had a shithead of a class, honestly. But I mean, whatever. We never did any crazy pranks. I mean, a lot of cool ones around us. You know, we had all sorts of ideas. We were going to use a weed killer.
That was the big one. That would have been monumental, but we would have gotten a lot of trouble for that.
We were going to do weed killer on the football field and just draw a huge dick in the football field with
Dude,
weed
kill
killer.
the grass.
What is
right
the
before
statute of
homecoming
limitations?
15 years, I think. Well, it don't
know.
matter, dude. You're not going to get back charged.
Oh, you're
for
saying
shit.
you did something and you're about to incriminate yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean,
think like
here's
7
the deal.
years.
Here's the deal.
You think the school would come after me?
No, fuck no. How much vandalism do you think you caused? Like how much damage, like price wise?
I don't know, bro. Well, I guess the principal that was talked shit about is actually gone now. So
And he got fired.
okay, so basically, I'm not gonna name any names, but when I was in high school, TPing became lethal.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, dude, it was like, so for those of you that don't know, at Pine City and obviously hundreds, thousands of other schools, homecoming week, you go TPing.
right.
But in Pine City, it's a fucking tradition. Like, if you don't TP, you're a fucking loser.
But also they crack down hard. They get real mad about it.
Kind of started our grade when a window was shattered.
We would
You guys definitely
we
fucked
would
some
do
shit up with that.
what we called spitballs, where we would either pee all over a roll of toilet paper or just get it very wet. And then you would just launch it at a house and it would just explode.
And it'd
like
stick.
Wet toilet paper everywhere.
And
like
when it dries, it's like concrete.
like a massive spitball, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, continue.
See, when I was in high school, printer papering became like the thing.
the fuck is that?
What is printer papering?
So, like you can buy a huge box or you can buy just big, like a whole stack of printer paper.
Yep.
And when you grab a stack this wide in your hands and you just run and throw it in the air, it all separates and
Really?
settles on the ground and it's like snow.
Interesting.
So it gave us the ability to not only hit people with no trees, but just to fuck people's yards up so bad that it would take you 3 days to clean up.
Oh yeah.
So shit started getting crazy when I was in high school because people were taking it too far. Kids were sitting out in their yards shooting people with BB guns, paintball guns.
Dang.
So we decided to hit the school. We go in the back biking lot. We go around by the school, and no names given, but a couple people spray painted "Fuck Mr. Anderson" and a huge dick on the sidewalk. And dude, the next day at school, they were haunting heads, bro. Everybody was getting called up. They're pulling all the stops. We're getting this fingerprinted.
Oh my god.
We have
dude.
cameras everywhere. You need to tell us exactly who did this. No one fucking said a goddamn thing, dude.
That's wild.
They didn't
we
get,
had a lot of snitching.
and it was like 10 of us there.
It was
Not
snitching.
one of us cracked.
We had a lot of snitching
That's
when
how
we
you
were in
know.
high school.
You got a solid group of guys to do that shit, man. 'Cause when we always had, there's always a couple people that are like tagging along that would brag about the shit and tell fucking everybody.
Right. That's
It's
the
like
problem.
keep it to yourself, man.
That's the problem. So we had I mean, here's the thing. We were also good friends with a guy who was also dating our superintendent's daughter. I'm not trying to out anyone, but I think that's probably how a lot of shit got out. I'm not gonna lie.
I know I had to do community service because of that person.
Yeah. Here's the thing. What was kind of funny is we had this teacher who was like, "Don't say anything in my class because I have to report everything no matter what." Right. Mm-hmm. And so one of our friends actually ended up taking a picture of someone who wasn't supposed to be partying, was a daughter of a
higher up
at the school,
yep.
and sends it to the teacher because he's like,
payback.
All right. He's like, all right. Fuck it. He's got to report it. So we'll see if he's a man of his word, you know? So he put that guy in like a really tough position. And anyways, like a week later, I get called up to the office and they show me this photo, but they can't show the people in the photo, right? So it was literally like a clock on the wall with a reflection of a chandelier. And they show me this blown up, super pixelated photo. They're like, "Is this your house?" And I'm like... No, I don't even know where that clock is. Why? I mean, what's the context here? What is the story behind this? Like, well, we can't tell you. I'm like, well, who's in the other part of the photo? Can you uncrop it? They're like, no, we can't tell you. We can't show you anyone that's in it. And I was like, that's not my house. I've never seen that clock a day in my life. And it's like this Corvette clock that my stepmom had in the kitchen, you know? And I'm just like, that ain't my house.
Someone must have been like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure I've seen that at Cody's before."
No, 100%. The person that was in the photo was like, "Oh, this was at this house this day." You know,
snitching us out, trying to get us in trouble too.
Fuck.
Yeah.
So because everyone that went up was like, "No, I don't know what that is." They're like, "Oh, okay. Well, we can't get anyone in trouble." They're not admitting to it, you know?
So going back to TPing, so I had a teacher that I had straight beef with. He might not have had beef with me, but I hated this man more than anybody in my entire life growing up.
Really?
And so he drove this super lame, shitty looking orangish yellow Ford Ranger. Just put that out there.
Okay, I know you're talking about.
And so we decided to TP the fuck out of him because everybody fucking hated him in my friend group.
I know exactly what you're talking about now.
So we grabbed as much printer paper as we could all buy, because he doesn't have any trees and he also has a fence. So we're like, all right, we're hitting him. We're getting him.
So you knew where he lived just specifically by his vehicle, or you already knew where he lived?
We already knew. You know, it's Pine City.
Right.
Nobody else is driving a vehicle like that.
You recognize that ugly ass vehicle. You know who lives there. The ugliest Ford Ranger that's orange I've ever seen in my whole life.
Just outing him.
So we're TPing we're printer papering the fuck out of him, dude. We jumped the fence. Everyone's just throwing it in the air. Well, my boss now, who is the getaway driver, takes off in his truck. We all were just hyped. We're like, fuck yeah, we fucking smoked him. I'm reaching around. I'm like, dude, I don't know where my phone is.
Oh, no.
So we drive around the block. So I didn't notice it for probably 2 or 3 minutes. We were already on our way to the next house. I noticed, and I was freaking the fuck out. And we drive around the block. We're driving around to see if we can see it. And he's already outside picking the shit up.
Oh, my God.
So I'm starting to freak I was losing it, bro. Like,
was your wallpaper on your phone incriminating? Like,
no.
Would they have known whose it was by the wallpaper?
Luckily, I've been ripping this background my entire life. So I was
the standard iPhone background.
So I go on my buddy's phone, find my iPhone. It's in his yard, 100%. And you know how Find My iPhone is never exactly on?
Yeah. But it's like within 50 feet.
It showed my phone pinned in the house.
Oh my God. No.
So I was like, holy fuck, my life's over. Like tomorrow morning, I'm going to get called up to the office and I'm fucking done. And I realized, like, wait, there's no way they can tell exactly whose phone it is.
Yeah. Is it locked?
I would rather die than admit this is my phone. So I made up my mind, like, I'm not going to, if they are trying to see whose phone it is, I'm not going to admit it. I would rather kill myself than I would rather unalive myself than go to his house and clean the shit up. Like, I was dead set. I'm like, that phone's gone. I'm moving on to something else.
Count your losses. Yeah. Just ditch the phone.
Call Ashurian. I just lost my phone.
Yeah. Dude, the next morning, I get up and I leave for school extra early. I drive. I knew exactly where I jumped the fence. I drive. I jump out of my car, run out into the yard. My phone's sitting right there next to the fence. I fucking grab it, dude. That was the best ride to school in my entire life.
Oh, my God. So you ended up never getting caught for it.
No, phone was chilling right there. The whole time. He already had his whole yard picked up. Dude, he was headhunting at school. But he had nothing. He knew one of my buddies who was the getaway driver. He knew that truck, so he had an idea of who he was, but what are you going to do?
So did the getaway driver ever get in trouble for it?
Well, the getaway driver happened to go to the ALC, so he didn't really have a whole lot of worries in his life.
Oh, okay. So he was like, whatever.
There's not. Like he already's at the ALC. Like, I couldn't really punish him at that point.
Let's just keep him there, I guess. I mean,
no hate on the ALC. More of my friends probably graduated from there than the actual high school, so respect.
I've never stepped foot in that establishment. I feel like it was such an allure to me of like, what is this coveted ALC?
This place.
You guys ever get sent to Sandstone?
No.
Fuck no. What does that mean?
No, I spent a lot of time.
Do you know what that means?
No.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time in the BLC, but this was just like an extra place where the bad kids would just stay.
Know.
Well, you're saying like Sandstone, like the town a half an hour north of us?
Yeah, bro. So they had like a detention school there that's like connected to the prison.
Holy shit.
It's like juvie, but
if
like
you
school.
got in a fight, they would make you go there for like 3 days with the person you fought, and you had to read like little kid books and go to anger management classes and shit.
Oh, really? Wow, they started outsourcing that shit. They used to do that just right in house when we were back in our day.
Because that was the thing. Like, you knew if you fought, you had to go to Sandstone. And no one wanted to go to Sandstone ever.
That was new. We never had that.
Yeah, that's new. That's very new.
We had to do the behavioral learning thing and shit, but it would be like older peers than you, like a couple grades above you, would be like the mentors and read you it. And I remember our buddy Darwin got in a fight once, and our other friend, who was a couple years older than us, was the one trying to teach him the behavioral learning thing. So he's just making a huge joke out of it, like, Darwin, you have a problem. You have an anger problem. You need to fix this. And then Darwin would just start freaking out. I'm like, fuck you, dude. I don't have a problem.
So shout out Sam from Unlimited Masonry.
Really?
When I was in high school, my sister, who was a grade younger than me, got pushed by this boy down the stairs. Like, he physically pushed her down and she got hurt. And my dad sat me down that night and he said, you need to fucking do something about this. I give you all the right to fight this kid.
Really? So he was like, hey,
That's
there's
baller.
a hit on this guy
Yeah,
now.
he
That's
told me.
big.
He said, I want you to go to school tomorrow and I want you to fight this kid that pushed your sister down the stairs.
Damn.
And my mom was not involved. My mom has a job where, like, she does not promote violence.
Yeah, for
you know,
sure.
like, she would never tell me to do anything like this. But my dad, like, we had that understanding, you know?
Yeah.
And he's like, I want you to fight him. Well, I had a golf meet the next day, so I was gone from school all day. I leave at 7 in the morning. At 8 o'clock, right before school, word comes out that Sam from Unlimited Masonry got in his own fight with this kid for different reasons and beat the fuck out of him. So at the end of the day, thank you, Sam. You bailed me out from having to fight someone. Because after that, I was like, yeah, Dad, he got his fucking ass beat. I gave him the onion.
So you took all the credit for it. You're like, hey, listen,
Well,
I
I
put
took
a hit
it
on
at
the guy.
first, and then I eventually admitted it because he did know Sam. So the truth was coming out eventually. But, dude, I don't know if you guys have ever been told anything like that, but when you're in 9th grade and your dad says, I want you to fucking fight tomorrow, I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you get in trouble.
That's next
Like,
level.
you have all the permission you could ever need to do this.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, just thinking about it, like, he
power.
brings the nerves back.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I will never forget that night. I didn't sleep at all.
You're like, all right, it's go time.
Because I knew I had the next day off because I was going to be at golf for the whole day. So it was going to be the next day I was going to have to fight him. And shout out Sam from Unlimited, baby. Thank you, buddy.
It's just
He's been supporting the boys since day
Yeah.
one.
Literally,
Since
bro.
day one.
It's just like that Kevin Hart bit where, like, your parents give you permission to do something. Your parents give you
Yeah.
permission to swear. That
You
was
just go
his
way
bit.
over the top.
Yeah, I go way over the top. You can say one swear word to them. My mom told me to tell you. Listen here, bitch.
I'm sorry, but that immediately made me think of Michael Scott trying to reenact Chris Rock. Do you know what I'm talking about? The episode where he's doing the Chris Rock, where he's talking about how there's 2 different kinds of black people.
Oh God.
No, I don't remember
dude,
that one.
I don't even want to bring it up because it's a fucking hilarious episode, but I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
But basically, Michael reenacted the Chris Rock. There's two different kind of black people. I don't know if you've ever seen his set for that, and he got in a lot of trouble. So I'm gonna stay away from this talk.
I loved how edgy comedy used to be, and you can't do anything anymore.
Yeah, I mean that's
Other than we have our own platform.
but see,
got
I
our own
love
platform.
they got really good in the 2000s of using irony with
Yeah.
their super dark jokes, and nowadays even that doesn't fly.
No. It's wild, man. I
That's
hate
the thing.
society now.
But you know what does fly? The balls at our golf tournament that we have coming up on July 2nd.
Yes, sir.
Phenomenal.
And that's
Just
the
got
thing.
off the course today, actually.
Yeah.
Sam's got the polo on. He's ready to go.
How are they-
I shot a 56 on 9.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
First round of the year.
Okay, well,
not
then it's
good at
not.
all.
Then
Better
it's
than
not.
me.
Here's the thing. I'm wearing the American Spirit fake pocket tee right now. I don't know if you can see this on camera. Switch to this camera. Okay. American Spirit fake pocket tee. Shout out to Bodie. Killed it with this design. Unbelievable. On tapwiththeboys.com. You can sign up for our golf tournament and you can purchase some wonderful merchandise.
Well, swing over this way because I got the Never Sinking t-shirt ripping here underneath the suspenders by freaking Muff Waiters. Rip this bad boy. You probably can't see shit over these glorious suspenders, but check it out. I love this shirt as well. It's all phenomenal. Go on the
Never
merch site.
sinking, baby.
Unbelievable. Oh, also, I almost forgot. Shout out to Tyson Flags for the beautiful wood flag that we have behind the bottles on the top here now. This is an unbelievable display. The Rolling Stones flag. Tyson Flags. Tyson Flags. We bought some movie theater chairs for the studio in here.
It's a super cool. Cody was on Facebook Marketplace, seen these chairs for sale. Goes over there. You know, when you buy stuff on Facebook Marketplace, you creep on the person to see what they're like.
Yes, absolutely.
And this guy found out we did a podcast and really liked it and freaking hooked us up with this badass flag.
Absolutely.
So, thank you.
Rolling Stones wood flag is unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's
it is
epoxy.
great.
Fucking right.
The thing is sweet. Yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, love
so, yeah, we need more people for the golf tournament. We only have, I think, 6 spots available. So if you're in the market, you've been contemplating it, sign up now because if the spots fill up, we're full. Like we only got
2nd.
room for 18 teams. So July 2nd, it's going to be a beautiful weekend. Celebrate
Rush
the 4th
Golf
of July.
Course.
Bull Rush, Rush City, Minnesota. If you guys need a place to stay, let me know because we can maybe get a little deal going. Maybe we got some connection to some campgrounds. We got a connection to the casino.
I can make a man camp on my property. We can just pitch a
Yeah,
bunch of
dude.
tents.
Let's get a fucking man camp
Yes.
going.
Okay, here's the thing. Would you be opposed to this? Any listener that has like a fish house or something like that, can they stay on your property if they want to come for the golf tournament?
I don't have anything that they can vandalize out there yet, so I think we could probably figure that out.
Okay.
That if you guys are looking for a place, I got property that you can park, and I will have electric out there by that point too. Electric goes in next week, so I will have some hookups hopefully.
And if that's something you want to do, we'll make sure you got a sober ride to and from.
Oh wow, promising a lot here, but I like it. I know I'm not going to be the sober ride.
Dude, we should actually think about getting a shuttle or something.
I mean,
We'll see.
We'll see. I'm already in the works of something here.
See what happens.
We got something in the pipeline here. Well, thanks again. If you guys could please give us a share, give us a like, give us a subscribe, and rate us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and wherever else you get your podcasts from.
Fucking YouTube.
Or if you guys have any recommendations on some guests that you want to see or some topics that you want covered, shoot us a DM or an email, and we'll go from there.
Absolutely.
Until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Talk to you later. Was I supposed to do the outro sound? I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit rusty nowadays, but
No, that's okay.
Rusty
we'll just
and
take
trusty.
the time.
Thanks for listening to On Tap with the Boys. Be sure to follow us on social media and stay updated. Tune in next week for another episode about Tyler's problems.
I just want to say this is Memorial Weekend. Thank you to all of our troops and the sneaky bender that absolutely sneaks up on us every single year. I'm rolling on the 3rd day of straight drinking, and I think my body's about to shut down. So either catch me in a morgue or at a party. See you next week. Here's the deal, guys, really quick. I don't have much time. I just wanted to tell you right now that we have new merch live on the website. We got hats, we got sweatshirts, we got sweatpants, we got underwear, we got accessories, we got fucking duffel bags. We got everything that you need. What else do you need? Buy your kids some fucking new school clothes. That's all you need to do, okay?